And that, yo, just forget about it, man. All right. This is they commune. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, "Who shall see them?" They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep, man. All right, so these Edomites are deep in wickedness, man. Their thought is deep in wickedness. All right, especially the elites. Okay, because when they're looking to do something, man, they're looking to do it on a big scale, man. They ain't looking. I'm gonna hang a couple Negroes. No, man, they're thinking on a whole level, man. They're thinking of how can I destroy this whole nation, man? How can I destroy this whole race of people, man? The whole nation. That's how the elites are thinking, man. All right. That's why it says that the inward thought of all of them is deep. Okay. They're not thinking on a low level like the peons, man. Right? Like the Georgia Guidestone says, they want to depopulate the earth, right, and take out about 6.5 billion people, man. First of all, you have to be a special type of devil to do that, man. Okay? But that's a deep thought. Right? That's a deep thought. You're not thinking on the same level as the regular person. The regular person is thinking about the 9-to-5 job, man. All right? And how can they come up in society? They don't need to think about that. They have time to think about wickedness, man. All right? And how they can accomplish this perfect evil upon the planet Earth, man. All right? That's what they're thinking about, how they can establish their microchip, man, and get the whole planet in slavery. All right? That's what the elites of these Edomites are thinking about, man. Okay? We'll continue with that. Right? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. All right? So the Most High is going to lift up a standard against them, man. All right? They think that they're actually going to be, they're actually going to accomplish the end of this new world order, man. That's not going to happen, man. The Most High is actually going to stop them in their tracks, man. The Most High is actually going to stop them in their tracks, okay? And the Most High is going to make sure that He lifts up that standard before they get to accomplish all that, all right? But as you can see, like the quote I just read from Margaret Sanger, their thoughts are deep, man. They're thinking about how they can destroy you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, all right? And they're still doing that to this day, man. They're not going to come out and say it. Why would they come out and say it, man? So why would they come out and straight up tell you? Obviously, you're gonna rebel against that. Obviously. Right? But when you look at like certain quotes that came out, like what was that guy, Donald Sterling or whatever his name was, that Amalekite man, that devil, all right? He came out and said what, man? He came out and said basically the so-called black man was his enemy, and he was an owner of the Clippers, man, an NBA team, man. All right? He said, why are you talking to these black people? They're the enemy, blah blah blah. And once that came out, he so-called resigned, man. All right? But you think he's the only one who thinks that way, man? And he's making money off of you Negroes, man. He's making money off you, man. You're out there playing ball for him every day, hooping, all right? But he still looks at you as the enemy, man. And you ain't do nothing to these devils, man. These Edomites have some goddamn nerve, man, to call somebody the enemy, all right? When they're the enemy of themselves and the enemy of the planet, man, okay? But that's how these Edomites think, man, okay? So that should be enough to show you, man. And if you think he's the only one who thinks like that, you're retarded, man. But guess what? The rest of them who actually saw that, they're sitting in the background like, oh, I hope none of mine gets leaked, okay? Because they say similar and worse things to that, okay? Okay, right? And it said the Most High will wound them, man, right? Suddenly, okay? Let me see if there's any more there. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, man. And when it comes to making their tongue fall upon themselves, that's going back to the whistleblowers, man. People were actually letting this out, man. All right? Letting these truths out about the so-called white man and the secret societies and all the different things that go on, man. All right? Like, what was his name? was it John Todd or one of those guys, man? They came out and said all the things that go, the plans of the elites. Aaron Russo, man, he came out and said the plans is to actually chip the whole planet, man. That's the whole plan, man. Okay? So their tongue is falling upon themselves, which means people within their own congregation is starting to turn on them. Okay? It's starting to turn on them and tell the truth. All right? And that's what this scripture means when it says their tongue shall fall upon themselves. Okay? Let me read it. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, man. So now these other nations are starting to look at the so-called white man like, wait a minute, you're the problem. All right? These other, like the Koreans and these different nations, man. All right? They're starting to look at the so-called white man with one eyebrow up, because he's not in secrecy anymore. That used to be his power, man. He used to be able to do this wickedness in the closed doors. No one would see them, you know. Let's put fluoride in the water. Let's put this in the water. It's good for you, right? And then years later, you find out it gives you cancer. That's how the devil operates, man. And that's why he has to be taken out of power, man. There's no other way, man. All right? There's no other way. Okay? You can't have a rulership with this demon on top of you. It's not going to work, man. The kingdom is not going to flourish, man. As you can clearly see, every life form is diminishing. All right? The animals are mourning. All right? So like he said, that tongue shall fall upon themselves. So the Heavenly Father is setting them up, man. All right? And that tongue's been falling upon themselves since back in the 70s, man. All right? They've been having whistleblowers, man. All right? Coming out and telling them the plans that they're trying to do. That's why, what do they do when they have a whistleblower? They lock them up. They put them in jail. Okay? Because that's considered treason. Pardon me?
Jesus is the devil?
That's not Jesus. Okay? This is this person. Okay? They painted him as Jesus. Okay? When you read the scripture. When you read the scripture, it describes Jesus looking more like this. Okay? This is an image that was painted during the Renaissance period of a man named Cesare Borgia. Okay? But it also goes back to a man named Serapis Christus. Okay? Which they were working in Greece and stuff like that. Recently, it was the Pope, which was his father, because at that time the Pope had more authority than the king and the governor at that time during the Renaissance period. Okay, so he said, if I'm God, my son has to be the son of God. So he had Leonardo da Vinci paint him as who you call Jesus Christ. Okay? And this guy was a murderer. This guy murdered his own brother. He had sex with his own sister. Is that a proper representation of the Lord? It's not.
This is just a picture.
You think the Lord is happy with him being depicted as a piece of a murder and a child and an incest person? You think the Lord would be happy with that? And someone would think, no, he wouldn't be happy. He's looking down and he's mad as hell. All right? And I'll show you where it says that in the scriptures that the wicked.
Can I take a picture of these?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, take a picture if you want, man. Go ahead.
Not of you, of these.
No, not of you. Yeah, take a picture of this. Okay, and that's what they were actually prophesied to do. All right, and this is how we know who they are. We know that they're Edomites. Okay, who did that? This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. All right. If not, who is it? He covered the faces, which goes back to iconoclasm, man. All right, the destruction of the images. Okay. And there's even a photo on the internet in Google. It shows a so-called white, what they call Orthodox Jewish person, right? Which is not even a real Jew, right? He's painted a dark image, right? You see a picture of the depiction of the Lord, but a dark image from the
I know everything you're
right? You know, I know you know. Where you come from?
Lebanon.
Lebanon. Okay, yeah, I know you know. They know a lot of stuff in the Middle East and stuff like that. But they were painting over a dark image, and they're painting it to look white. And that's where you get these images that look like this today. Yeah. Okay? And it was prophesied that they would do that. Okay? But guess what? The scripture says that the trees of Lebanon will rejoice when this man is brought down. You see, when these wicked people are brought down, even the trees are going to rejoice. The trees of Lebanon, man. All right? Because the trees of Lebanon are spoken about in the scriptures. All right? So, you know, listen, man, when this devil is brought down, man, everyone's going to rejoice. All these other nations, they're going to rejoice as well. Okay? They're going to have to fulfill their punishment for what they did to us. But they're going to rejoice at the end of it, man. At the end, they're going to be able to live They're going to be able to have their own land. No one's going to bother them. Huh?
The scariest picture.
Which one?
Last.
Over there? Yeah, what about it? Oh, you want to know who they are? You know? Yeah, you know, of course. The Rothschilds, DuPonts, the Gettys. Yeah, those are the people who rule the planet.
The money must.
They're the money rascals. They're the ones who are starting these wars and, you know, trying to get that oil around here in Syria. Man. So it's all because of these devils, man.
The money,
That's
and the war,
that's,
and the oil.
That's right.
And they will drive people into these traps.
They will stop at nothing,
Not
man.
to believe in religion,
Yeah,
divorce,
exactly.
drugs, and
There we go.
prostitution.
That's it.
And all the
That's
story.
it. That's it. That's it. That's it. You know why? Because they're the wicked. All right? Because they are the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. All right? And I'm going to show you, matter of fact, I'll get that in Habakkuk, what you're saying right now. That's written in Habakkuk.
In this country they are strong.
Huh? Yeah, but listen, man.
Everywhere they are strong.
Listen,
but
man.
in North America,
They're going down, man. They're going down. They're going down. They're finished. Because the Lord, the scriptures told me that. Because the Lord is prophesied to come back in the midst of World War III. Okay? So everything that you see now, like we've been talking about, our apostles and elders been talking about World War III going back 10 to 20 years.
You know that.
If I know what.
You know that the Vatican is ruled by that.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Everything's gone.
I said they're going down, which means that their power is going down.
You know when they go down? When the awareness you are saying is divided into the people. When people know what you are saying, I know what you're saying,
yes,
this is why I stopped.
Yes, I know.
Especially when I saw the last picture.
But hold on, I want to read something for you though. I want to read something for you. I'm going to show you why they're going down. But first I want to read something to you. This is Habakkuk 2.
You know, to earn the highest position in this.
What do you have to do? What do you mean?
To earn the highest position in this society.
Well, you have to do wickedness. You have to do all manners of evil.